You take your place beside Lord Adamas and charge through the smoldering gap, leaving all the charred and broken remains of the Dracarum who were caught by the blast. The Allied soldiers follow your lead and sweep into the startled city, through the gate now guarded only by the slain. Despite their shock, the defenders begin to rally as they receive fresh reinforcements from other parts of the city, and soon a vicious battle rages in the cramped, gloomy streets. You lead a group of Palmyrian men-at-arms across a courtyard and into a dingy street, where you find yourself confronted by a regiment of Dracarum garrison troops. They are gathered to make a wall of shields behind a pair of small figures, black-robed and cowled, each holding a yellow globe. Hey, do you wish to use divination?
Yeah.
Your Magna skills warn you that the robed figures possess magical abilities. The glass globes they are holding contains a volatile mixture of phosphorus and oil. If the globes were to break, the contents would burst into flames immediately on contact with the air. Do you wish to use your bow?
Yes.
By the way, you did remember to delete an arrow.
What?
What?
You just faced out there.
In any case, you did remember to delete an arrow when you shot the Demon Lord, right?
Yes.
No, I did not remember that, but I have done this now, and yeah, it is a good idea to aim at this orb, so I say we take aim.
Right. The two diminutive magicians see you level your bow and realize that they are in danger. As you take aim, they get ready to hurl their spears at the Palmyrians. Give an ear, roll the die.
7.
Your arrow grazed one of the magicians and thuds into the shield of the Dracarum warrior standing behind him. The wound is superficial and does not prevent the magician from hurling his spear at the Palmyrians.
Shit.
You are dazzled by a brilliant flash as the two globes explode, scattering fragments that hiss like a host of fiery snakes into the Palmyrian ranks. The men-at-arms screams with pain and terror as the fragments burn everything you touch. You escape the worst of the blast, but the sleeve of your tunic is splashed with fragments is now on fire. Do you wish to use Nexus?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking, fuck.
Using your mastery of Nexus, you extinguish the flames that are scorching your arms and immediately set about helping those Palmyrians who have survived the devastating attack. Less than half are able to stand, but you manage to pull them into a defensive circle in time to fight the Dracarum, who are charging along the street. You are now fighting a Dracarum garrison.
Okay. An entirety of a Dracarum garrison. All of them fully armored with very sharp, evil weapons, and we are on their home turf. Help!
Yeah. Give me a robot die.
7.
Right, you charge into the host, and already you have felled at least 4 men in one swing. One of them only barely managed to nick you in the process. You lose 1 health.
Just a little stab, and despite all their armor, this is a holy sword, so yeah. Oh shit, I don't really like this. The more kill we get, the less I get the feeling it is going to be easier in the future.
Give me a robot die.
10.
Right, you swing your blade around and you turn into a freaking whirlwind of holy metal as you slice and dice your way through your opponents. Their screams, caught in the... They're dying! Is basically what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, and someone is sounding a trumpet on my end.
Oh,
it's gone now.
Roll the die, give an ear.
9.
Right, with a furious force of power, you charge through, chopping, stinking... No, wait, that's Danish. Stabbing!
Yeah.
And yeah, limbs go flying that way, heads go flying that way, organs are going all over the place, and you're painting the walls of the alley red with blood. It is a gruesome display that makes the men-at-arms behind you retch at the sight.
So in basic, this is holy metal.
You won. The surviving Dracarum scatter into the surrounding alleys, and you're able to advance towards the center of Torgor unopposed. The Palmyrians meet up with the regiment, and you continue alone along the dingy thoroughfare. It leads to an open square where a conical tower of iron points accusingly at the sky. Here the flagstone vibrates to a continuous throbbing that beats like a gigantic pulse somewhere deep in the bowels of the city. The battle has drawn most of the Dracarum away from the square, and you have no difficulty in reaching the tower and entering it via an open archway. A corridor of steel lies beyond, empty save for the constant din that assails your ears. Countless passages leads off from the main corridor, all sloping downwards, and many occupied by Dakaran warriors. The passages are poorly lit, and it's easy to avoid your enemies until you reach a vast stairway bathed in a bright orange glow that radiates from a level below. Okay, give an ear. Roll a die.
Okay, let's see if I can. 6.
When you're halfway down the staircase, a shadow looms into view. Seconds later, the Dakaran officer appears and begins to ascend. He is the most repugnant human being you have ever seen!
What?
His enormous bloated body bulges with overdeveloped muscles to the point of deformity, and his face is puffy and fat, shiny with sweat and pitted with disease. A battle wound on his right cheek has scarred badly, drawing the side of his face into an ugly sneer. He sees you and unsheathes a massive saw-edged scimitar as he strides up the stairs and attacks.
Wait.
Yes?
What?
What?
Our friends are handsome and our enemies is constantly described as ugly.
Well, I'm pretty sure this guy has been experimented on. Just wait and see how he looks, because there's a picture!
Glorious.
This guy is on some sort of magical steroids.
Jesus fuck.
What in the fucking name of the Archangel Tyrael is that?
He's cute.
Cute! You said cute!
I think he's on steroids.
It's a Dakaran assault captain. I guess he's been experimented upon.
Yeah, you
Perhaps.
don't say.
Perhaps, but he is kind of cute. Can
Kind.
we keep him?
No, we need to slay him. He needs to go away. He needs to lie down and count the daisies.
Well,
What
give
the-
it here.
Count the daisies, what the fuck? You make no sense, anyways.
That's not you.
The daisies need counting. So count the daisies.
and the
No,
die
I
needs rolling.
Push up the daisies. He needs to
Roll
push.
a die!
Okie dokie. If you insist, 9.
Is it just me or does this die really favor high numbers? This die is biased, is what I'm saying. Okay. So 9, you said?
Yeah.
Chop.
You charge the guy and dodge under his massive saw-bladed sword as he tries to cut off your head. Fortunately, his overdeveloped muscles leave him pretty unagile as you chop into the ginormous muscles of his right side.
For fuck's sake, who needs armor when you have over biceps like these?
Well, let's chop some beef then.
Yep, let us chop some beef.
Roll a die.
How the fuck was my die now? Oh, here it is. 9.
And you manage to dodge another swing from his sword as he tries to get reach you as you dance around behind him, trying to stay out of the range of the massive weapon. Fortunately, these overdeveloped muscles means turning is a pain in the neck.
I sort of imagining him having a dialogue sort of like an orc from Warhammer.
Roll a die.
Stand still, this is cheating. 8.
Okay, as he managed to turn around a little bit, he managed to nick you in the side with his sword. You lose 1 endurance point. You instead inflict another scar to his face, though this one more grievous than the one he had in the first place. You're not sure he'll thank you for the addition.
Some people never appreciate help.
Roll a die.
8.
And one last time he managed to nick you for 1 point of damage before you plunge your sword into something that was apparently vital and he drops like a stone.
Ow.
His body rolls down the stairs and comes to a rest in an undignified heap near the bottom.
Jesus Christ. Nothing is sacred to this guy, Lord, apparently.
You're loath to touch him, but he may possess some useful items. Gritting your teeth, you pull him over onto his back and empty his pockets and discover the following items. He has a black key, which is a special item.
Hold on, let me add that before you continue on what we have and what we can get. Let me see. And I need time to write this. Okay.
And you also find 200 Kika.
200. Oh god,
Bless you.
not more random currency, please.
Kika are a form of currency used in the Darklands and the Drakarum Nation. Each coin is worth 1/10 of a gold crown. That means there's 20 gold crowns worth of Kika here.
Okay, hold on. Kika. And we have how many did you say?
200. That's as much as 20 gold crowns.
Hold on. Okay, and I think I have a new system that can actually make this whole value and, yeah, currency thing work this time around.
Okay, and how many gold crowns do we have in total then?
Our total gold crowns are 17 at the moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, you lost your coins in the river, right?
Yeah, they just win, you know. I just know there's a little
They went
peasant
for a swim.
Yeah, he also has a dagger. I don't think you want that, but if...
Is it
Yeah.
magical by any means? Does it have any enchantments?
No, it's a
Nope.
dagger.
Okay, let's throw away our holy kill sword and take the dagger.
No, idiot.
I know, I'm not
I
an
think
idiot.
he
I
was kidding.
I
I
was
know
joking.
that.
Beyond the staircase lies a circular parapet which overlooks a huge cavernous crater. It is filled with thousands of human slaves toiling with pick and shovel deep in the sulphurous heart of Torgar. Their bodies are filthy and covered with sweat despite a freezing wind which howls in the depths like a hungry wolf. Drakarum overseers urge them to greater effort, and the crack of their whip is answered by the slaves' anguished cries of pain.
Okay, someone needs to take a head dive into the pit without a helmet.
Angered by what you have seen, you leave the parapet and enter a dimly lit passage that reveals to a door of black steel. A twist of the handle reveals that it's locked. You can either use the black key or the skeleton key here, depending on what you have.
You have the
Yeah, the
black
black key.
Yeah,
We have the black key, but I just need to see if we have the skeleton key you mentioned.
I
but
don't think so,
no.
but I could remember wrong.
No, we do not have. Huh. Okay, we have a lot of items.
Yep.
But yeah,
The lock clicks and the door opens onto a passage lined with torches that sputter and crackle noisily. Halfway along there's another door, a solid slab of iron broken only by a small barred window. Silently approach this door and peer in through the grill. Beyond the door, you see a dank dungeon cell. A prisoner sits cross-legged on the cold stone floor, his head resting on his chest. The dark skin on his hands and arms is covered in tiny scars, and his plaited hair is matted with grime and dried blood. Warily, he raises his head, and your pulse races as you recognize the face of Lord Pydo, warrior magician of Desi.
Woohoo! He's not
That was-
dead!
yeah, that was the guy who was flown away by that hack creature, right?
Yep. A key to the cell door hangs on a hook nearby. You grab it, twist it in the lock, and kick the heavy slab of metal. It creaks open and Pydo rushes forward to embrace you. Thank the gods you have found me, Lone Wolf, he says, his voice filled with emotion. The Drakarum said you were dead, that your body lay rotting in the Danark, but I never once believed their lies. Pydo is overjoyed to hear that the Torgar gate has fallen and that a battle is raging in the streets above. And when you inform him of your mission, he replies with news that raises your hopes of success. I can help you, Lone Wolf, he says, his warrior pride restored by the thought of avenging his cruel imprisonment. I know where the Law Stones are being held, and I will take you there.
Yeah, we have a little case of prisoners we need to free first, I think.
Stealthily, you follow Pydo through the dungeons of Torgar, using the shadows to avoid being seen. Ragged columns of slaves stumble along the passages, dragging their tortured, half-starved bodies to and from the work pits. They are beaten, cursed, and whipped relentlessly by the Drakarum guards, who seem to delight in their suffering.
Of course they would. They're assholes who have sworn themselves to evil.
And there's a picture of this!
Oh, God.